Vice President Hubert Humphrey was defeated by Richard Nixon in the 1968 presidential race. Nixon's victory was partly due to Humphrey's failure to distance himself from the unpopular policies of his boss, President Lyndon Baines Johnson, particularly regarding the Vietnam War. Johnson, despite his transformational presidency and significant contributions to civil rights, was marred by the Vietnam War. This conflict led to a primary challenge from Eugene McCarthy, who promised to end the war swiftly. Had Humphrey pledged to end the Vietnam War, he might have won the presidency, despite potentially angering Johnson. Ironically, Nixon promised a quick end to the war, a promise he did not intend to keep. As president, Nixon escalated efforts to force North Vietnam to accept a divided Vietnam by intensifying bombings in Cambodia and Laos. This strategy failed as North Vietnam adapted its logistics to bypass the disruption efforts. The war's legacy included extensive use of Agent Orange, resulting in long-term suffering and environmental damage. Ultimately, US forces withdrew from Vietnam in 1973, marking a defeat. Johnson's achievements in civil rights, particularly the 1964 Civil Rights Act, greatly benefited Black Americans but made him unpopular with many white voters in the South. Humphrey's inability to distance himself from Johnson's Vietnam policies cost him crucial support. Had he done so, he might have neutralized the negative impact of Johnson's civil rights policies and highlighted the positive aspects of Johnson's Great Society programs. President Joe Biden, like Johnson, has faced significant challenges. His administration struggled with a surge of illegal migrants at the US-Mexico border and the abrupt withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021. Vice President Kamala Harris must navigate these issues carefully to avoid being defined by them. On the border, Harris can highlight that former President Donald Trump blocked a bipartisan bill in 2024 that would have reduced illegal immigration. She should emphasize her commitment to securing the border and ensuring that only individuals suited to be good US citizens are permitted entry. Regarding Afghanistan, Harris can clarify that Biden's withdrawal in 2021 was the implementation of an agreement made by Trump's administration. Harris should stress her dedication to border security and the armed forces. By frequently and emphatically addressing these points, especially to the white underclass that Trump quotes, she can improve her chances of becoming the first female president of the United States. Biden's positive record on healthcare and social security should also be a focal point of her campaign. The Ukraine war poses another challenge for Harris. The conflict has contributed to domestic inflation, a point Republicans have used to criticize the Biden administration. Harris has so far aligned with Biden's policy on Ukraine, which risks higher inflation and further destruction. She should advocate for a Korea-style armistice to end the war, signaling her commitment to peace and stability. Harris needs to convey that she will act in the best interests of all US citizens, regardless of their faith or ethnicity, and prioritize issues like jobs, healthcare, and housing for the underprivileged. By showcasing the positive aspects of Biden's legacy while distancing herself from the administration's controversial policies on illegal immigration, the Ukraine war, and the Afghanistan withdrawal, Harris can avoid falling into the Humphrey trap and increase her chances of victory against Trump in the 2024 election.